Hello, I'm Michael Diamond, and you're watching Muscle Central. Okay, the 2020 Chicago Pro, which, by the way, was held in Atlanta, is officially in the books. Uh, I'm not going to go through uh, both the lineups in the 212 and the Open. I'm going to try to make this a little bit of an abbreviated version. First off, in the 212, Keone Pearson, former classic physique competitor, stepping into the 212, uh, takes the win very dominantly. Uh, Second place was Austin Carr, and third place was Noel Dame. First off, with Keone Pearson, he stepped up from the classic physique, where I believe the cutoff was 178 for his height. He weighed in at only 202, and by the time he filled out and stepped on stage, he says he was 211. He put on close to 30 pounds of solid muscle from his last classic physique competition until this one, which is a pretty amazing feat. He managed to keep a small, tight waist, didn't lose he has good structure, didn't lose the flow in his muscle, was extremely impressive and very dominating. Uh, Both Austin Carr and Noel Dame, who came in respectively second and third, not knocking them at all, but it was the difference between those two and Keone Pearson was day and night. Structure wise, conditioning, Noel Dame carrying a lot of muscle, but structurally there's no comparison. Yeah, really good conditioning. Not great, good conditioning, but like I said, neither him or Austin Carr, who placed second, could really hold a candle to Keone. He looked fabulous in his win, and I think he could have come in a little sharper. Going in, he's qualified now for the Mr. Olympia in the 212, and looking at what he brought to this show, you got to consider him one of the favorites to win the 212 Mr. Olympia. Like I said, he weighed in at 202. He has room to grow. And he said if he puts on a few more pounds of muscle and he tightens up the conditioning a little bit, this guy can I know I was raving about George Peterson moving up from the classic physique to the 212, being a very big threat in the 212, but Keone Pearson might be more of a threat right now than even George Peterson. George Peterson, always brings in great conditioning, great full, hard muscle, one of the best backs in any division. But at the end of the day, I think with Keone Pearson might take him, Overall he has better shape and flow to his muscle. One way or another, I'm looking forward to seeing the two of them go at it side by side in a 212 Olympia. In the open class, you have Akim Williams took first place. Justin Rodriguez took second. Max Charles third. And the rookie Nick Walker fourth. We got three people in that lineup now that are qualified for the Olympia. Unlike the Spain show, where the top three placings automatically qualified, over here only the winner automatically qualified. But both Justin Rodriguez and Max Charles both secured their tickets to the Olympia through points. And the points they each earned in this show gave them enough to qualify them for the Olympia. Let's go from the top. Akim Williams. It was a close battle between Akim Williams and Justin Rodriguez. In the prejudging, Justin was ahead with 3 points to Akim's 6. Come the night show, it flipped. Akim 3 points to Justin 6. Keep in mind, for those who don't realize, in bodybuilding, the lower the score, the better. So now, by time the fight at the end of the finals, before they had brought him out for the final comparisons in the night show, they go, let's slow down. In the prejudging, Justin won. In the night show, Akim won. Going into the very end, they were tied. It was toss up between Akim and Justin, and the judges really worked the two of them over and over again to make their final decision. Justin, I think, had a little better conditioning. Not to say Akim's conditioning wasn't good. I think Justin had a little better conditioning. Akim being the bigger man, and ultimately Akim Williams took the victory. Justin Rodriguez, second place. Now, Max Charles, in his last few shows, he's been really bringing it to the shows. He's been working with Milo Sarchev. His conditioning has been on point. His upper body he's huge, and he's not missing anything in his upper body. His legs are good also. The only problem is he lacks the size in his legs to match his upper body. Who knows if he had legs to match his upper body? This could have very easily been Max Charles's show, but there is an imbalance, not major, but is an imbalance, and both Akim and Justin brought it, and ultimately Max ended up with third place. Now, Nick Walker, the rookie, in the beginning, it looked like he was up there for the very top placings. Then the way the judging went on, it looked like maybe they were considering him a little bit lower in the placings. Then they brought him back, comparing him to the other top finishers. Ultimately, they worked him, and he earned the fourth place finish. muscle-wise, he carries uh, plenty of muscle with him. There's no problem with him standing next to these established pros as far as musculature. He got, at his height, he has all the muscle you could want, and he's probably going to fill out a little more. His conditioning was real good. It was better than his win in North Americans. Could he been better condition, a little tighter? Yes, but you can't knock him whatsoever. He just turned pro, just won the North Americans a few weeks back. It's his first pro show, and he did not go up against slouches. He had tough competition in the show, and he more than held his own. And you might even be able to make an argument for him to be moved up into third place, but ultimately he ended up getting fourth. It is what it is, and all in all, the show was a good show, and that was the last qualifying show for the Olympia. Keep in mind now, as I said, Max Charles and Justin Rodriguez both made it to the Olympia on points. Regan Grimes is the third person that will be going on points. Big Ramy was bumped out of the points. As of now, he is totally out of the 2020 Mr. Olympia, barring a special invite. We don't know whether they'll do that or not. There's speculation it's possible because we're told that he tested positive for COVID. There was a very good chance, a very high likelihood he would have qualified in the Spain show. So they might grant him, but it's only speculation as of now. Like I said, he is out. Okay, that's about it for this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share, and by all means subscribe. Do not forget to hit that notification bell. This way, every time I put up a new video, you will be notified. Once again, this is Michael Diamond, and I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.